Hey! Okay, recently I shared a video where I showed you how to make personalized custom stationery. It looked like this. And on Instagram, everybody loved it. Here on YouTube, not so much. Basically, nobody watched it. But you know what? I am nothing if not persistent. And I am now obsessed with printing anything other than a standard piece of paper in my printer. So that's what we're doing today. Today, we're printing treat bags, and they're going to be so cute because they're going to be so professional. When there's a party, classroom party, birthday, a wedding, you could make them yourself and everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, where did you get that? And you're gonna be like, no, I made it. So stick around, watch this video. It's worth it, I'm telling you. You're gonna open up a stationery shop with your printer at home. Before we get started with the printing, let's get a few of the basics out of the way. You're gonna need two things, treat bags, and you're gonna need a printer. For the treat bags, you're gonna wanna find something that's like a matte finish, right? That's the easiest to work with. And also, they need to be 5x7 or 4x6, because here's the trick. 5x7 and 4x6 are standard photo sizes. So this printer is already set up to create borderless prints on 5x7 paper or 4x6 paper. We're just switching out the photo paper for a treat bag because that's cool. Now let's talk about the printer, because I know you're wondering, well, what printer are you using, Amber? This is the Canon G3270 printer. It's great because it's like an all-in-one printer. It does regular stuff like documents, and then it also does photos and takes like cardstock and envelopes. So you can do more creative things with it as well. And I love it. It is a mega tank printer. It takes like ink bottles rather than cartridges. So the ink on here lasts way longer than you think it would. I've made so many projects on this printer, and I'm still working with like the ink that it came with in the box. Highly recommend. This is what we're using today. Let's start making some treat bags. If we're gonna print on the treat bags, we need something to print on the treat bags. So time to break out your computer. For the treat bag designs, I like to use Canva. It's a great software. There's lots of design options. So I'm gonna open up Canva, show you exactly how to do this and create your own design, but I will also create a link below that has some pre-made designs that I've created so that you can just use those if you want. Go to canva.com and create a new design. You'll want the design to be the same size as your treat bag. So in this case, 5x7. Then on the left, click Elements and select kind of whatever you're looking for. So in this case, I want to make a treat bag for Halloween. So I typed in Halloween background and used the graphics option for what I'm going to shop through. My biggest tip would be to find something with a white background like this, because that will just use less ink and it looks a lot better. You'll also want to find something that has a seamless quality. So that means if you duplicate it, it will just sit right next to it and create a repeat. And you can easily just cover your entire canvas with this design. So that's what I did here. I'm going to enlarge it to cover absolutely everything. And then I'll select one of the parts of the design from the top, click Edit, and then Magic Eraser. Now I can erase the top part of the pattern. So there's a couple reasons for this. One, you don't want to have those like chopped off bits at the top of your treat bag. It won't look very good. But also, as I'll show you in a second, there's an important reason for just printing purposes. Once you've erased that, click Erase, go back, and you can now duplicate that top portion of the design again to make it seamless, but you won't have anything up top. So on your treat bag, you'll see that the top about 1 inch has an opening. You don't want that printing through your printer because it'll probably get snagged. So I created a 1 inch rectangle to give myself a guide and then made sure my pattern is below that 1 inch line. This way I'm not trying to print over that opening. I'll finish it off with a few more elements, decorations, personalizations, and now you can save it. So go to Share, then you're gonna click Download. Make sure that you're saving as a PDF standard. I find that this is best for printing, and then click Download. The design is done. She's looking really cute, but before we send this over to the printer, I'm gonna show you some tricks with these treat bags to set you up for success. When the treat bags arrive in the mail, they're gonna look like this in a stack. And when you look at the bottoms, this is the bottom fold, you can see they're a little bit warped on the bottom, and you wanna make sure these are as flat as possible so that they feed through the printer without any snagging. So one at a time, fold them in between my fingers and pull down the corners so that they're more flat. You can also do this with a bone folder and run that along the bottom edge to make it really, really flat. So that looks a lot better, and this will feed through the printer a lot better. For the best results, you want to load the treat bag in one by one, and you're going to do it with the open side facing down. Open up the saved file on your computer and then select Print from the File menu. From this dialog box that you get, select Page Setup. Make sure that you have the correct printer selected. In this case, it's my Canon G3270. And then I scroll up to 5x7 and select 5x7 borderless. Click OK, and now move on to the printer dialog box. From the media type menu, select cardstock because this lets the printer know you're printing something a little thicker and it will feed through a lot better this way. Love how this came out. Now, there may be some of you who don't have a printer that does 5x7 borderless, or you don't want to do the borderless print because you're worried about the treat bag snagging in your printer. Now, if that's you, there is another option that's still super cute. In Canva, you can design something that sits in the middle of your canvas. This way your print head is not running up against the edge of the treat bag and avoid snags. Still really cute. And you're done. Now you can fill up your treat bags with whatever you'd like. I hope this was helpful and hit me up if you have any questions. Happy crafting!